time.
Take two. Take two.
All right. Randy and Marisa here with Your Essential Italy. It's Sunday, and it's a beautiful day today, and our dogs are wreaking havoc here. This is great. Okay, so I think I'll start. We got to clarify some of the banking stuff we talked about last week, because we ended up finding a commercialista that we liked. Very knowledgeable, very helpful, and we've hired her to do our accounting.
Yeah.
So she doesn't speak English, but that's okay because this one speaks fluent Italian, so it's not a problem. Then we went to a bank, and that was fun. I didn't record any of it because
It's a bank.
it's a bank, you go to the bank. But it was funny because we got to the point where we had to set up, she set up her part of the account, I'm setting up my part of the account, and they're like, we're going to put in your phone number. I don't have an Italian phone number. And nowhere on their list was the United States. Stati Uniti.
Well, because they want you to download their app.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
You have to download the app, and to do so, they want you to do it on an Italian phone.
Yeah. So we had to run up the street, and I got a SIM and popped in my phone real quick, and so we're good to go. So last week we talked about how the information we were getting on the internet said that if you move money from your U.S. account or foreign account into an Italian bank, that the Italian government takes 20% of it off the top. They hold it back for taxes. That's not true at all. So we're able to move the money into the Italian bank account without the only hit we take is the exchange rate. And then I think there's a slight fee for the transfer.
They suggested to convert the money in euros before you put it in the Italian bank. So when they transfer the money, they ask you, do you want to transfer in dollars or euros? We're going to have to do it in euros. Right. So we're going to take a hit on that.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
On the tax thing for the house, what we found out is that we are eligible for a 10% tax break, or pay a 10% sales tax, right? Is that right? 10% sales tax instead of the 22% VAT on everything.
Any work being done any company working on the remodeling of the house.
But you have to pay them through the Italian bank using a bonifico parlante,
which is a clarifying money transfer. So you have to describe the reason why you're paying this bill. Okay.
So save 12% on taxes. We're not really worried about the tax rebate part because.
Well, the tax rebate part.
It's if you work here.
And which we will. I mean, I will anyway. But the thing is that it does help. It depends on how much you spend and how much you earn. So let's say the explanation was, okay, it's 10%. So what happens is if you spend $80,000, then it's $4,000 a year. And let's say you only pay taxes on 28, so you lose a little bit. But anyway, it's a little convoluted.
It's very convoluted.
I'm not going to get into it because I'm not an accountant.
Yeah. So that's why you hire a commercialista and they figure it all out.
They figure it all out. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it.
All right. So that clarifies some of the banking stuff, I think. The bank was actually pretty easy to open. Mm-hmm. The bank account was easy to open.
Yes.
Took us about 2 hours, another half hour for the phone. But if you have your codice fiscale and your tessera sanitaria and your residency, it's not a problem at all. So
I did some research. I picked one of the 3 banks that the European Central Bank considers the safest. So, and they have an online, their app won an award for online banking. So we picked that bank and, so far so good. I transferred money and it was in the bank account right away. So
that works out.
That was good. Yeah.
All right. In other news, let's see here. I got a new mower, a new riding mower. Mm-hmm. So I bought a string trimmer, a weed eater, we call them in the United States. And, was trying to use that, but I have a lot of physical issues, and it really hurts me. Really, really hurts me to use that. I got
lightweight.
I got an Echo. It's a lightweight gas trimmer. It's a big property, so you need that. But
you're gonna have to teach me how to use it.
I had to get a riding mower, so we looked around. mowers here are different than they are in the US, and they're not as easy to find for some reason. You go to the different stores and they have mowers, but almost all of them are bagger mowers. They're really narrow cut. They're not sufficient for 2.5 acres. So so again, my friend Daniele,
a trusted friend
at the Ferramenta up the street, hooked me up with an Italian-made mower, and it's great. They delivered it, and I'm going to show you all that stuff right now. My lawnmower, my trailer. I had to mow today, and I gotta say it was a rough job, because when you're looking at this view while you're mowing, you want to go slow. All right, so after we got the mower, you know, we were working on the yard cleanup. We've been talking about that. And trying to clean up just the myriad of trash that these other people left behind, and we've got some video of that. I'll show you here. All right, so we were cleaning up. We've got almost all the stuff separated out. That's a bucket full of metal. So a lot of this has to go to the landfill. It's not really a landfill. It's like a weigh station or whatever. I don't know, transfer station. So all right. So it's been a busy week in the sense that we had this new gate motor installed, and I think I showed you where that was working on one of the other videos, and then all of a sudden it started not working correctly. Right. We'd have to get out of the car, push the gate open. It was sticking. So finally the guy came out, and he raised the drive gear on it, and so it's like a rack and pinion, for those of you that know anything about that. And so he raised the pinion gear on it, and it doesn't bind anymore. So it works great. I really don't have video of that, but I do have video of the repair I made to one of the entry gates out to our garden area over here. I still have to do the other gate, make them match so they latch up and all that, but I've got the one done, and I'll show you that that video here. I'm working on this gate, trying to get it fixed, and I've cut off one of the rotten hinges, and what I ended up doing was I've riveted on a new one. I've got a rivet on the other side. When I talk about a mistake I made, it's funny, but it's not, because it's going to cost me a lot of money. I love DeWalt tools. I have a lot of DeWalt tools. I got on sale a bunch of DeWalt tools, a reciprocating saw, the angle grinder, some 4 amp hour batteries. Grabbed it all. I put it in, except for the batteries, I put the tools in, send my bag. I shipped them over, and I carried the batteries over through with my carry-on stuff. I get here, I'm using them. I had bought a new battery charger off of Amazon, so it would work on the plug here. Didn't really look at the charger. It said it would work with my batteries, and discovered it's an 18 volt. So, and all my stuff is 20 volt. The other mistake I made, it's not really horrible, but I got this on sale in the United States as well. It's all empirical, and I wasn't really thinking about it. The 20 volt DeWalt tools are not here in Italy. So if I need replacement batteries or a replacement charger, I've got to I got to bring them from the United States, or I have to change out all my tools. The other mistake I made was when I brought this over. This is my 20 volt charger, but as you can see, it's for American 110. The mistake I made was I didn't read the back of it, and this is not a convertible. It cannot be plugged in. And yesterday I plugged it into an adapter because I was trying to charge 2 batteries at once, and this thing, it almost caught fire. Heard a pop, smoke started rolling out, like no. This is the one I bought off Amazon. It's a Chinese knockoff, but it's only good for 18 volts. So it won't charge the batteries completely, and so I can't get a full run out of any of my batteries. So my pro tip, if you're moving here from the United States, leave your power tools, sell them, your battery powered stuff, because it'll save you money in the long run. Okay, I got the hinges put on, and it doesn't look horrible. I raised the gate a little higher than the other hinges so it doesn't drag the ground. I think it'll still close. I've got to work on this thing next on the pins, but yeah, so we'll work on that to get it going. This fence is leaning. I may have to do the same thing on this side, cut those hinges off and do something different, but it's better than it was. So this is all frozen. Yeah, I'll spray WD-40 on it. Let's go check on the other one that I hit with the WD-40 earlier, see if it's loosened up or not. A guy showed up to move my Starlink to the roof. I don't really have the equipment to get up on this 2-story roof. Plus Marisa would really not like it. Yeah, it's still a little stiff, so I may hit it with some WD-40 again and let it soak a little bit. Okay, the last thing that we've done on the property over the past week or so was we have it's like a Chinese evergreen, and it had grown down. It just was so overgrown, and all the limbs were on the ground, and it was crazy. So I went through with my Sawzall and I cut off all the branches that I could reach, and it looks so much better.
Yeah.
I know I said in the last video that we were going to have the guys that did our olive trees were supposed to come and burn on Thursday, but he got caught up in another job he was on, and he's supposed to be here on Monday now.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot of stuff to burn.
We have big piles.
And I've got to have them haul this off because, again, I'm not physically able to haul off all this stuff. And I can do a little bit, but I can't do a lot. So
no, we have a lot of the trees are overgrown and they need to be trimmed. Some need to go, unfortunately, because they're a fire hazard.
All of the big pine trees have to go. And it's sad because they're big old trees, but they shouldn't have been planted around the house or left.
Way too close to the house, and it can be dangerous.
And we've had multiple people now tell us that they got to go.
So we're working on that, and we also ordered the fence material. So we're still on the fence about where to put the fence, but we'll figure it out.
So, but it's here. He's going to deliver again. Daniele, our friend, he's going to bring it to us.
Our trusted friend.
No, they love us.
Oh,
they
yeah,
love the Americans. They're spending money left and right.
Now, just to tell you how lovely they are, we need to rent a hole digger for the fencing, to put the post, an auger, whatever. Yeah. And so we went and we asked him, I'm like, how much is it? He goes, no, if for you guys, even for one day, it's going to be free.
Yeah.
So that's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
It is,
You
and-
have all these relationships with the local stores, and they treat you really well. So.
And we had went up to get some tools from him, and he didn't have them, and he said, just get it off Amazon. And I told him, we told him
We come here first.
We come here first because we want to support the local
Yeah.
businesses
Yeah.
in this area, because that's what keeps them in this area.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're having to drive 30, 40, 50 miles to
Yeah.
get what you need,
Yeah.
or get it off Amazon.
Sure.
And so I hope he appreciates that, because that
I'm
really
sure he
is our
does.
sentiment here. All right, so we had a little fun this week too on a couple of things. I was introduced when we first got here. I don't know, maybe 2023. We came here.
No, I think the Tomino you're
The
talking
Tomino,
about? No,
yeah.
just now.
Oh, just now. I thought it was like,
no,
I thought we
we
did that
never
while
did
ago.
it, no.
So when we moved here this year, then we found this cheese called Tomino cheese, Tomino, and a little disc, and they make them even smaller like that.
They look like little brie.
They're a little
bries.
They stink so bad. Oh my gosh, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this cheese is beyond good.
Once it's cooked.
So I had done. I'm a home cook. I'm not a chef. I don't have like any kind of mad skills, so don't pick on my video too much. But I came up with this recipe, and we eat it a couple times a month at least. And it's very, very good. I'm going to show you that video here. Randy here with Your Essential Italy. I'm going to share a little recipe, if you will, that I threw together when I was introduced to this new food item here in Italy. Part of living in another country is being able to try new foods and new drinks and things like that. And so I've been exploring that in the months I've been here. So I just want to share this with you. It's a little recipe I threw together. It's very simple, and it's exceptionally tasty. So it starts with this cheese here. This is called Tomino Bascarolo, but we just call it Tomino. And this stuff stinks like a gym locker room. So it's not real pleasant to smell, but it is delightful. So what I'm gonna do with that is, it'll be the last thing I prepare. This will be sauteed in olive oil on the skillet. Okay, then these are seasonal, and it's a multicolored cauliflower that's been cut down and cleaned and whatnot. These will be seasoned. These will be sautéed as well in olive oil again. And then I just cooked some sausage up, and straight up sausage. Sausage in Italy has a different flavor than the United States. It's typically a little more salty, but it's got more flavor in my opinion. So there's less cumin, there's less things like that in it, but it's more, you taste the meat, I think, more so than anything else. And just use a decent quality olive oil to cook with, salt and pepper, and that's really about it. A little bit of spice of pepperoncino on it, and that's really it on this. Once the sausages are cooked, they're set aside. Then I saute the cauliflower till they're soft, and those get set aside. And then these take about a minute aside, and basically you're going to get a little crust on the outside of the cheese, and it's going to be it's almost like a brie, and it's going to be melty inside. And then you bust it up and you mix it all with this, and it's delightful. So, all right. The sausages are cooked, they're up to temp. So we're going to take them off and let them rest while we cook the cauliflower. Okay, so I've chopped up.
Yeah, because you lifted the plate up.
I've chopped up the cauliflower. That's going to go in here like so. And then we're going to salt it. A little bit of chili peppercino. Oops. Some black pepper. Yeah, I can't.
Assist from the left.
I can't do the black pepper.
No, you cannot.
And film at the same time. Okay.
I can hold it.
But yeah. You can hold it. That's fine. And then the thing I forgot to say earlier, I'm going to use a little bit of chicken or beef broth, kind of whatever you have on hand, because I want these to steam so they're soft. So just maybe a couple tablespoons. You can make this your own, obviously. You can add, if you wanted to add some white wine or red wine or beer or, whatever, to make it yours. This is just really simplistic in this sense because we just want to steam these, make them soft, because the cheese is the real star of the show here. So, all right, we'll let these saute and we'll get back in a second. All right, once the cauliflower really starts to soften, you take the lid off and you let the sauce reduce. And at this point, we're going to add in some more spices, a little bit. Okay, so I just got some regular paprika. I tried adding this all at once the first time I made it, and some of these spices burned. So, all right, we got some onion powder.
What else you need? Peperoncino?
No, I already added that. And we got some garlic.
No, onion.
Onion, I'm sorry. That was garlic I put on. The garlic powder and not onion flakes. Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It's a lot of onion. That's all right.
Okay, since
It happens. No. All right. We're going to mix that up a little bit. And we're going to just let this reduce probably for 7 to 10 minutes. I'm thinking. All right, we're going to cook this in the juice that's left over from cooking the cauliflower. And we're going to add a little more olive oil. All right. So, just the Tomino, looks like that. All right. So one of the things I want to show, the packaging that comes in has a plastic liner. In the EU, all this stuff is made to be easily broken down, so you can separate out the paper from the plastic. This will get cleaned. This doesn't really need to be wiped out.
No.
This will get cleaned and thrown in the plastic recycling. This will go in the paper. So these are just going to be, we're going to very lightly brown them on the outside. I want them just warm enough to be melting inside. So, yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with these. You could put them in like a phyllo or a pizza crust.
We tried that already.
We did that. It was amazing. You could do a lot of stuff with them. I found that this combination of the sausage, the Tomino, and the oh yeah, look at that, and the cauliflower is just the bomb.
It's already melted.
So yeah, it starts to melt and come out, and that's when you know it's getting there.
The gooey goodness.
Yeah. And this is where we want it. It's hot.
Oh, that's right. It is hot. But women have our hands are good. We don't get hot.
Not typically. All right, this is the uglier one because it had all the cheese come out of it, and
That's okay. That's
all the
all
sauce
goodness.
is all there. So you get your glass out.
Homemade gricette.
You got a homemade grichetto that I'm not gonna be able to open. Here, okay. So this is the best part. You get a little homemade grichetto, which is divine. This is such a good wine.
And we killed the bottle.
We killed the bottle. That's all right. This is a whopping €2 per bottle from the neighbor up the street.
Who makes it?
Who makes it?
Probably in his bathtub.
Yeah. He makes this, and he makes a Sangiovese Merlot blend, which is really good. All right, so let's give it a shot.
Let's don't look at our mess on the table.
Am I trying it, or are you trying it
You're
first?
You're trying it.
All right, so we got to get the cheese in there. You get a little bit of the cheese. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. Good stuff. And the final thing we did this week, again, we were having fun. We were walking through the grocery store, and we came down one of the aisles that had like sodas and stuff like that in it. And Marissa's pointing out, she's like, "Oh, my nephew loves this drink, and oh, this is good. I like this stuff." And blah,
Shout
blah,
out to Alessio.
So yeah. So I said, "Well, why don't we get the bottles and I'll try them because I've never tried any of this." And so we did a video of it, and I'll show you that here, and you can decide for yourself. Randy here with your Essential Lily. Marissa's in the background. We thought we'd do something fun today because it's rainy outside. So a little background real quick. I don't really drink soda or flavored drinks or anything like that. I'm a water person. I drink water and a beer on occasion, and red and white wine, of course. So I don't drink sweetened drinks in particular. But we were at the grocery store the other day, and I was looking at all these different sodas or flavored drinks or whatever you have, that San Pellegrino makes. And I'd ask Marissa about them. She's like, "Yeah, I've tried this one and this one." So we got 3 today we're going to try real quick. Just a cute video. I have type 2 diabetes. I don't drink a lot of this stuff, so I may not like it at all. But we're going to start with this one.
You've never even tried that.
I've never tried any of them. I've honestly not tried any of them. This is a San Pellegrino cocktail. So
It's unalcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. Looks like 100 milliliters says 225 calories, 53 kilocalories. Okay. How much carbs? 12.8 grams of carbs. Okay, not too bad. I'm not gonna drink even 100 milliliters. But let's see here. All right, I'm gonna go clear out with the water. Okay, it's fizzy. Oh, it smells good. I don't know what that smells like. It smells good. Let's see what happens. That is not for me. Okay. That is nasty.
Was it bitter?
It is bitter.
It's like in a spritz.
That is gross.
It's supposed to be like a spritz then. Like an Aperol spritz.
Yeah. It does smell good, but it is that's nasty. So anyway, for me, I don't like bitter stuff like that. I don't drink coffee. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's like a Sanviter.
There we go. We know who's drinking this. All right, the next one. San Pellegrino Naturale Aranciata.
So it's orange.
It's orange. 100% ingredienti naturale. And you can see maybe the bottom, the stuff floating around. So I don't know if I don't
want to shake it.
I probably don't want to shake it because I'm sure it's
it's fizzy.
It's carbonated. see what happens here. All right. It really doesn't have a smell. Oh. Yeah, it's nice. It's not too sweet. I like it. 10 grams of carbs per 100 milliliters, 180 calories. So not too bad. This is something I might have on occasion. Yep. Yeah, that's not bad. It does taste like a fizzy orange juice that's been a little watered down. So there you go. Yeah, try it.
Oh, I've tried it.
You've tried it. Okay. Last one. San Pellegrino Chino.
Kino.
Sorry, Kino.
It's Chinotto.
Chinotto.
It's the Italian version of root beer.
It's like a root beer.
It's that.
I do love
Maybe
root beer.
maybe it compares to that. But
I love a proper root beer. I don't know if this is going to be it or not. It looks like root beer. All right. Yeah, it smells a little bit like root beer. Let's see. And I enjoy water, beer, and wine better. It's a little bit sweet. It's got a slight root beer flavor to it. Yeah, no. Nope. So, that one's a nope. The only one I think I would drink if I was caught in a pickle is this one. But again, teach their own. Yeah, that was nasty. But I think that's about it.
yeah, well, the weather hasn't been really.
No.
It's been weird. It got warm and now it got cool again. Last Sunday was blustering.
And it's been raining a lot.
Last Sunday was brutal. Brutal.
A lot of rain. I desperately need to mow, and it's been raining, so I need it to dry out today. I don't need any rain.
Hopefully tomorrow.
And I can mow tomorrow.
Yeah, so we were doing indoor things.
Yeah.
One thing that we're looking forward to, they're working on our windows, so we'll film that once they come in and start replacing the windows, one at a time, obviously.
Yeah.
So we'll get that filmed, and so I'm excited about that because we really do need new windows. These don't hold the heat in.
No, they don't.
They're drafty.
Yeah, you can feel it when the wind blows. You feel the wind coming through.
All right, so that's it.
They got one door put in. I can take a snapshot and show you. It's for the utility room outside where the boiler is.
Yeah.
That the door that was in there, the lock was
rusty.
the latch and whatnot was just broken and non-functional. So they went ahead and they changed that out for us. It's really nice. And this is the kind of the style we're going to have around with the windows and the doors. Our front door is in.
It looks good.
It looks great. It's not in. It's not in the house. Let me clarify that. It's not installed in the house, but it's at the shop, and it looks awesome. Yeah. So.
No, we're excited about the new windows. We really are, because it's going to change the look of the home.
Yeah.
We also have to look for somebody to come and paint because we don't like this 70s funky look.
Stuff,
we don't like that. So
one thing at a time.
One project at a time.
All right, like and subscribe. Shout out to our new subscribers. We seem to get people every week now. I love it.
Awesome.
Again, we're sharing information here. We're not here to make money. We're here to help you guys and show us the Italian lifestyle that we're living.
And again, if you guys have any suggestions, you've been through remodeling and you have any ideas, we'll one day we'll show the house inside and what we want to do. So just to get people to see what we're trying to do anyway.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, like and subscribe. Ciao.
Ciao.